Hi friends, it's Ellie here. I'm here to do my last installment of my Shadow and Bone review series. So first of all, I'd like to apologize for taking so long to get this video posted. My weekend ended up being a lot crazier than I expected, and I've been super busy for several days. So apologies for that, but let's go ahead and just jump in. So today I'm going to talk about Ruin and Rising, the third book in the Grishaverse trilogy. This will be my last review of this trilogy, but definitely not my last review of the Grishaverse. So Ruin and Rising is by far the darkest and most serious book in this trilogy, and I really enjoyed that. I think it was nice to get a more serious look at these characters and see how they hold up under adversity. Our protagonist makes some mistakes. She is not perfect in this book or in any of the books, but it's nice to see her grow and kind of become a better leader and, you know, see her flaws come out as she contends with some really dark and serious stuff in this book. So I enjoyed that a lot. I think she grew a lot, and we got to see her grow in a sometimes painful way. She went through a lot, and so did her friends. So anyway, I really enjoyed that. Quick synopsis, like I said, this is the darkest book. The war in Ravka is coming to a head. The villain of the series, who I still won't name, is gaining a lot more power, a lot more strength, and Alina and her allies have lost a lot. They've lost a lot of strength, they've lost friends, they've all been wounded, and they pretty much begin this book hiding and trying to recover. They take shelter with some other allies, and they try to formulate the best plans they can to survive and protect each other, protect Ravka, but as usual, all of those plans go awry. They're kind of just grasping at straws in this book of ways to increase their power, ways to increase Alina's power, ways to defend themselves against the villain. And they all pay a lot. You know, they pay a very steep price in this book for their opposition to the villain of the story. Each character in this book, not just Alina, but each of her allies and friends suffers a lot as well. And we get to see each of those characters grow a lot in this book. As they contend with the different trials they each face. So that's really interesting to me, because I like seeing not just our protagonist grow, but those around her as well. You know, she wouldn't be who she was. She wouldn't be able to fight this war on her own. So getting to know those supporting characters as well is something I really enjoyed about this book. Another thing I really enjoyed about this book was the morally gray villain. So Alina has a very personal relationship with the villain of this story. And through that relationship, we get to explore that person's motivations, what drives them, and what is leading them to do the things they do in this book, which mostly are really bad. But getting to see things from that person's perspective makes their cause much more sympathetic, much more understandable. And this person is truly what I would call a morally gray villain. They're not, you know, black and white. They're not pure evil. It's just someone who is going about their goals in the wrong way. So I think that's really interesting, and I really enjoyed reading that side of the story and seeing things from that person's perspective as well. The supporting characters I've talked about a lot. I will give a shout out to my favorite, which is Jenya. It's kind of hard to put my finger on why I like her so much, but it's really just a gut feeling. I just think she's awesome. I love her strength. She goes through some pretty horrible things in this series, but she comes out the other side even better than she was before. You know, she starts out as kind of a simple, shallow character almost, but we get to see her grow a lot and get to explore her as a person a lot in all the books, but in this book especially. And so that's something I really enjoyed. All right, well, apologies again for taking so long to get this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you did, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for this next week's review. All right, thanks guys.